Psalm echoes with a timeless message of hope, reaching across generations to touch hearts in every age. Its words are a gentle reminder that even when life feels uncertain or overwhelming, there is always a reason to look forward with faith. Like a beacon shining through the darkness, this psalm guides those who are navigating the storms and uncertainties of life, offering comfort and direction when the way ahead seems unclear. Written during a time of national crisis, this psalm reflects the heart of a people yearning for God's restoration. It captures the collective longing for healing, unity, and a return to better days, echoing the prayers of communities throughout history. It's a song of longing, repentance, and ultimately, unwavering faith in God's goodness and faithfulness. The psalmist's words invite us to turn our hearts back to God, trusting that He hears our cries and responds with compassion. Even in the darkest of times, Psalm 85 reminds us that God is a God of second chances, abounding in love and mercy. No matter how heavy our burdens, His grace is always available, ready to lift us up and renew our spirits. This psalm speaks to our deepest longings for peace, healing, and a brighter future. It encourages us to hold on to hope, believing that restoration is possible, both for individuals and for entire communities. It reassures us that no matter how far we stray, God's love remains, ready to embrace us when we return to Him. His arms are always open, welcoming us back with forgiveness and joy. Through its powerful imagery and heartfelt pleas, Psalm 85 invites us on a journey of hope, reminding us that God is always near, ready to restore and revive His beloved children. In every season, this psalm calls us to trust, to seek renewal, and to believe in the promise of a brighter tomorrow. Psalm 85 begins with a heartfelt acknowledgement of God's past faithfulness, setting a tone of gratitude and reverence. The psalmist looks back on times when God showed compassion and delivered His people, remembering moments when hope was restored and burdens were lifted. The psalmist recounts God's mercy and forgiveness, recalling how He forgave the iniquity of His people and turned away His anger. These memories of divine grace serve as a foundation for renewed trust, reminding us that God's love has always been steadfast, even in times of struggle. This recognition of God's past faithfulness paves the way for a heartfelt plea for restoration in the present. The psalmist's words echo the longing of every soul seeking a fresh start, a new beginning after hardship or mistakes. The psalmist doesn't shy away from acknowledging the need for forgiveness. Instead, there is a deep honesty, a willingness to admit faults and seek God's healing touch. We see a humble plea for God's mercy. Restore us again, O God of our salvation. This prayer is not just for personal renewal, but for the healing of a whole community, a nation longing for peace and wholeness. This vulnerability reminds us that seeking forgiveness is not a sign of weakness, but a testament to our faith in God's power to make things right. It takes courage to open our hearts and trust that God will respond with compassion. When we come before God with humble hearts, acknowledging our shortcomings, He is faithful to forgive and restore us. In these moments, we experience the true depth of His mercy and the strength of His promises. His love is unconditional and His grace knows no bounds. No matter how far we may have wandered, God's arms remain open, ready to receive us with kindness and joy. Psalm 85 reminds us that no matter what we've done, God is always ready to welcome us back into His loving embrace, offering forgiveness, hope, and a new beginning for all who seek Him. The heart of Psalm 85 beats with the promise of restoration and revival. It is a song of hope, echoing through generations, reminding us that no matter how barren or broken things may seem, renewal is always possible through faith. The psalmist paints a vivid picture of God's blessings. Truth shall spring out of the earth, and righteousness shall look down from heaven. These words capture the beauty of divine favor, as if the very ground beneath us responds to God's goodness, and the skies above shower us with grace. This imagery speaks of a complete transformation, a renewal that encompasses every aspect of life. It's not just the land that is changed, but hearts, communities, and futures are revived as well. It's a vision of a land healed, relationships restored, and hearts filled with joy. The psalmist invites us to imagine a world where brokenness is mended and hope flourishes in every corner. The psalmist reminds us that God's desire is not just to forgive, but to restore us fully, making us whole and bringing new life to every dry and weary place. Every act of renewal, no matter how small, is a reflection of God's loving intention for us. This promise of revival extends beyond the physical realm. It reaches into our spirits, offering peace, purpose, and a renewed sense of belonging. It speaks of a spiritual awakening, a time when God's presence is felt powerfully among His people. In these moments, faith is rekindled and communities are drawn together in unity and praise. Psalm 85 ignites a fire of hope within us, reminding us that even in the midst of challenging circumstances, God is working to bring about His perfect plan. We are invited to trust in His promise of restoration, knowing that renewal is always within reach. Psalm 85 concludes with a resounding message of hope. Mercy and truth have met together. Righteousness and peace have kissed. This beautiful imagery really encapsulates the essence of God's character and the hope He offers to those who trust in Him. These words, remind us that God's promises are true and that He is faithful to fulfill them. Even when we can't see the way forward, we can trust that He is working behind the scenes, orchestrating every detail for our good. Our part is to keep our hearts open to His guidance and to walk in faith, knowing that He is leading us toward a brighter future. Psalm 85 offers a timeless message of hope that just transcends time and circumstance. It reminds us that even in the darkest of times, even when we stumble and fall, God's love remains constant. His desire is to forgive, restore, and revive us, bringing new life and hope into every area of our lives. As we navigate the complexities of life, let us cling to the promises found in Psalm 85. Let us seek His forgiveness, trust in His faithfulness, and embrace the hope of a brighter future. No matter what challenges we face, we can rest assured that God is with us, and His love will